What up, B Squad? It is me, JB, and we are here today, you guys, with another review for the Braxtons, you guys, season 2, episode 6, you guys. This episode was titled Wedding Countdown. Now, before we get into it, if you guys are watching this video or any other on the channel and you guys are not yet subscribed, then I need you guys to do me a solid favor and stop taking me out on this date and having me pay for it at the end of it. You guys know the routine. You can do me that favor by liking the video, subscribing to the channel, turning on your post notifications, you guys, and also by sharing the video. And with that out of the way, without further ado, let us discuss this episode of The Braxtons, shall we? All right, guys. So before I even get into it, I will say I do not think that this is going to be a long video for me. This episode, it really didn't give me anything, to be quite honest with you guys, because mostly what we talked about was Tawanda's wedding. And if I'm being quite honest with you, congratulations to Tawanda on her wedding. But for me personally, I don't really care. Nothing personal, just don't care about the wedding like that. So this episode, I think it picked up where the last one ended. You guys remember last week, Tamar was sitting down and having a conversation with her friend, right? So Tamar was basically saying to her friend that, she feels like her family hates her. And, although I might not be like the biggest Tamar fan right about now, I did feel bad for Tamar hearing her say that she feels like her family hates her. Because I mean, who would want to be in that position, right? And so her friend is suggesting that she do a retreat with her sisters. I was like, is that necessarily going to work or help? I mean, again, let's go down a line of things that these girls have done to try to fix their fractured relationships. They've talked to so many different people. And like I've said plenty of times before, when it comes to the Braxtons, I just think it's okay to not necessarily like your family. You may love them, but it's okay if you don't like them. It's okay if you don't want to be around them. It's okay if you don't want to hang. It's okay to say those things, right? But like I said, I did really feel bad for Tamar. Definitely felt bad for her. Now, what I will also say is she was crying, but was she really crying? That's just a question that I just had. Nothing, just a little shady point. But she's saying that this is too much for her. She's talking about how she left the show, but now she's back. And what I will say, like I've said in I think numerous videos at this point, I think it's going to be a good thing for them not to bring this show back for a third season. And if they do bring it back for a third season, Tamar, I think you absolutely need to pick yourself and say, enough's enough, that I can't do this show. I think that might be the best thing for Tamar. And just say no. Don't even be a friend of. Just say, no, I'm picking me. I'm picking my health. And so I think that's going to be the best thing that you can do for yourself, Tamar. Just, little words of wisdom right there. But again, as I've stated, I don't think that this show should come back for season 3. Like, I do not think it should be a season 3 of the Braxtons whatsoever. So after that, what else? So we move on from that scene. So then we see Trina. So Trina and Tony, they are out shopping for her off. Y'all know she's in real estate. So she has an office that she is getting ready to decorate. And being honest with you guys, I didn't care about that scene either, because I was just like, okay, whatever. So they talked about Vaughn's health. I'm gonna talk about Trina in just a few minutes because I got some things to say about Trina. Um, yeah, I got some things to say about Trina, and yeah, we'll talk about it. So they talked about this house that Trina's gonna be showing Faison love again. I honestly don't give a damn about that either. Actually, you know what? Let's go ahead and talk about Trina. Because I was watching I saw on social media, because I know Tamar had commented on something that Trina had, I guess, I know Trina and Vaughn have their lives where they cook and stuff, right? And it was just a clip that I saw. And in this clip, Trina is still once again defending Gabe. And this time, it's like she is completely negating anything that Ashley has said. And it's like, Trina, you are full of shit. Like, girl, go to hell. I just, at this point, I don't see it for Trina. It's a fuck Trina over here. If you still see it for Trina, cool, bam, bam, boom. I don't give a damn, right? But as for me personally, Trina is just not somebody that I'm going to see it for, period, point blank. Like, fuck Trina. And that's all I got to say. So moving on. This episode was filler. The more I sit and look at these notes that I got from these notes that I got, this episode gave nothing but filler. So the next thing we got is Tawanda and Sean. So Tawanda and Sean are out flying RC helicopters, and I was like, wow, this is all we got in this episode. We got Trina shopping some for a small office space. We got Tawanda doing this RC helicopter shit. What else is there in this episode? So then they talk about Miss Evelyn and the fact that Miss Evelyn wants to have a date to the wedding. So Sean has his friend named Larry that he thinks would be good to take her to the wedding. Then they were like, well, should mommy and him do a double date? And they were like, yeah, let's set it up. And I was again like, this is all we got in this episode. Oh, wow. I was like, okay, that's all we got. That's all we got. So then we move on to Trina and Vaughn. So they are in the kitchen, right? Now Trina and Vaughn are supposed to be eating healthier, but I don't see it. Like, I don't see where they're eating healthier. And while I was watching the episode, I was like, let's just go be nosy and let's go on to Trina's Instagram page, and not Instagram, but her YouTube channel, and see what her and Vaughn be cooking up over there, right? And I went to go see what they were cooking up. It still looked like the same fatty shit that they've been eating. And then I looked at Vaughn in that video, like Vaughn looks like he's still the same size that he is in this show. Like, okay, y'all doing like heart healthy. You can eat things like, and I think people get that confused. You can still eat what you like, you can still eat certain things, but you also have to be conscious about how much salt you put on stuff, cooking stuff in grease. Like, I mean, you can use the air fryer and still get the same desired effect, results of deep frying stuff. But you know what? If Trey and Vaughn like it, girl, I love it for them. It ain't got nothing to do with me. So Trina was talking to Vaughn about the fact that he went to the doctor and he had Trina get out of the room. And so she was feeling away about that. And he was like, do you really want to know what I was having a conversation with the doctor about? She said yes. So he told her that he asked the doctor, was he going to live or was he going to die? And the doctor basically told him, like, if you do what they recommend, you'll still be here. If not, then your chances are pretty high that you could, pass away. But again, like I said, looking at the YouTube channel, I don't really see where they made any changes in their lifestyle. But if they say they have, then shit, they have. His only people that's gonna know is him, his body, and his doctors. But again, let them people do whatever. But yeah, that was really all we got with Trina them. Like, okay, nothing else. So then the next thing we have is Tony and Denim. So they're going to try on an outfit for him for Tawanda's wedding. This was a nothing scene because the guy that is, showing him the clothes are not Tawanda's colors because Tawanda's colors are brown. He's showing him every other color but brown. Then Tony was like, well, maybe he can wear this for, his graduation because Denim is graduating and so did Diesel. And that was all we got in that scene. What was this episode? I'm, I'm still confused about this episode. This episode is nothing. Moving on. So next we have this double date with Miss Evelyn, Tawanda, Sean, and Larry. Now, Miss Evelyn was feeling herself when she walked in. I will say that. So the man comes in. He's a good-looking guy. So Miss Evelyn and Larry are sitting across from sitting beside each other, and so are Tawanda and Sean. So Tawanda and Sean decided to leave Miss Evelyn and Mr. Larry alone so that they can get to know each other. They sat down. She liked the conversation with him. She asked him, they mentioned the wedding. He hadn't been invited to the wedding, so she asked him, would he be her escort to the wedding? And he said yes. Again, this episode, what is it? I'm getting nothing, a whole bunch of nothing from this damn episode. Like nothing whatsoever. And I'm almost at the end of my notes. So the next thing we get is Tamar. So Tamar is meeting up with her co-host, who is also a medium. And so Tamar is talking about how hurt she was, that she was, uninvited, disinvited, uninvited from Tawanda's wedding. Huh. Here's the thing. Do I think she's hurt? Yes, I do. But how hurt I question like how hurt is Tamar when Tamar says in her interview that she always felt that wasn't a real invitation from Tawanda. So it's like if you kind of felt like it wasn't a real invitation, then are you as hurt as you say you are? And again, I'm not saying that she's not. I'm just asking a question. I'm just wondering. Like like I'm just wondering. So Tamar then suggests that they have a sisters retreat, and I was like, okay. I think a sisters retreat would work if everybody was gonna come, and everybody came with the same game plan to try to mend and fix their fractured relationships. Maybe, but I mean, and again, like I said earlier, just because you're family, it doesn't mean you got to be in each other's lives. It doesn't mean that you got to like each other. It don't mean any of that shit. Like, I don't know. Again, if I've said it once, I'm gonna say it again. This show needs not come back for another season. Like, it doesn't. It doesn't. It doesn't. It doesn't. It doesn't. It don't. But Tamar says that she's open to it. But if the problem is with, and again, I'm not gonna sit here and say that just because she's open to it doesn't mean that Tawanda or Trina or even Tony has to be open to it. This is interesting. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And we finna move on because the last part of this episode was really a whole heaping lot of nothing shit to me as well. So then the next thing we get is Trina. Remember, Trina is still talking about showing Faison this house. So we see as she showed Faison the house, and he said okay. He said he was he said okay to the house. It was a nice house. I just didn't care about seeing Faison love. That's all I would say. I just didn't care about seeing him. So I wasn't 100% paying attention to that scene just because of him. Period, point blank. The next thing we get is, I believe it was Tawanda. So yeah, Tawanda and the girls are at the nail shop. So Tawanda's getting a pedicure. She's still talking about this cast and how, she wants the cast off before the wedding. They're asking her, well, are you going to be able to get the cast off? And she was like, well, they took the cast off, but they put the cast back on. And so they put the cast back on. So Tawanda then played a trick on these girls because she got the cast off, but she has to wear a brace on her hand. I was like, okay, not that I really gave a damn about that, but cool. Moving on. The next thing we get, Tony was at Denham's graduation, right? Now I'm assuming Denham and Diesel's graduation was either weeks or days apart, because I remember when she went to Diesel's graduation with that dress with that split all the way up, yay high. But she didn't do that with Denham's. But okay. So then we see as she got him a Maybach for graduation, and I thought that was so cute and cool. And that's all we got with that. So then the end of the episode is, they're doing a wedding rehearsal for Tawanda's wedding. Can this wedding please come sooner? Like, I hope the wedding wraps up next week. I'm also hoping that the season is getting ready to wrap up with 8 episodes, because next week is going to be episode 7. But yeah, you guys, that's all I got. I can't even stretch this out any further. If anybody knows how many episodes we have in this season of the Braxtons, please let me know. Because this show, no, absolutely not. Please do not bring this show back. That is all I got, you guys. Be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn on your post notifications, and share the video, you guys. And until the next time, do me a solid favor. Stay safe, you guys. Take care of yourselves. Wash your hands. Be blessed. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.